And now let's talk about building a store. I recommend building your store on Shopify. I've tried others. I've tried WooCommerce. I've tried BigCommerce, Volusion. In my honest opinion, I think that Shopify is by far the best. A lot of those other ones, they lack in functionality, lack in simplicity. Just the other day, I was back into one of my clients. They had BigCommerce, and he swore by it. And I was like, well, I haven't been in there in years. Maybe it's changed since the last time I was in there. I went back into BigCommerce to work on his store, and it was horrible. I hate it. Okay, so all these other ones, people say you need to be using BigCommerce, Volusion, WooCommerce. I've used them. They suck compared to Shopify. Shopify is very simple, yet it's very, very profound in its functionality. There's tons and tons of functionality. It's with its native functionality. In other words, the apps that it comes with when you first create your store, or the functionality it comes with when you first create your store. Also, it's very there's tons and tons of add-ons. There's tons and tons of apps that you can use with Shopify. And so it's very extensive. There's tons that you can do with it. Don't be fooled by the simplicity of it. It's an awesome, awesome platform to build your store on, and it's one that I highly recommend. Anybody that's watching this video, if you're one of our groups, then you have access to a link to get 15% off Shopify for life. It's not very expensive anyways, but 15% off for life can make a big difference, save you hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars over time if you end up having your store for years. So I recommend you using that link and save 15%. Now I'm not going to go over to set up I'm not going to go over how to set up your store right now. You can refer back to the free training if you want to see what I recommend for doing that. However, I will tell you that in the Go Social Power Club, in our advanced training, I'm going to have a staff member that will go over that with you, a Shopify staff member that will go over that with you so that you get the key essentials of what they recommend that you need to be doing. So that's a very important webinar that you're going to want to get into and watch. You want to jump into the Go Social Power Club and get many of those webinars, those extra webinars I'm going to be doing when I have call-in professionals that teach you guys how to do things that are beyond me, or just give you better insight from somebody that's actually involved with that product. Okay, so creating a store is where a lot of you guys get overwhelmed. I get a lot of questions. People will get frustrated because you're trying to build a store and you're like, oh my God, there's so much to do. I've never built a store before. I got to put all these products on here, and you worry about all the difficulty of it when there really isn't any difficult. When I show, it's not really difficult. When I show people how to create their stores, when I go in there and I show them how to set up a product, they're just blown away at how simple it is. And basically, if you know how to fill out a form, then you know how to set up a store on Shopify. Because if you've ever filled out a job application, if you've ever filled out anything else, then you know how to answer simple questions about your name and just basic things. You fill out data fields. And so it's not really very difficult. Don't be fooled by how complex that you think it may be, because it's really not all that difficult.